Hi everyone, I'm Shane with the Bauer. Today we're going to be talking about different glues that we use in the workshop and trying to demystify them a little bit so you can understand why we might use them and why you might use them at home. So let's talk about glue. So the glues we're going to be talking about today are PVA, animal-based glue, and epoxies. PVA, why would you use PVA? It's our most commonly used one here in the workshop. It's nice, it's water-based, it's easy to clean up, and it also can be quite thin. So when you apply it to your piece of wood, it'll soak in, you can get your other piece of wood tied up against it, and that's really, really important in furniture work. When you're repairing a break or you're repairing a joint, you need those pieces of timber to go back together as tight as possible. So a nice, thin, water-based adhesive is going to be really good because it bonds well, but it allows your two pieces to be really, really close together. Downsides to PVA are that it is potentially synthetic plastic and it might not break down naturally, and it also isn't reversible in any way. Your animal glue is your best reversible glue because sometimes when we're taking apart furniture or we're repairing furniture, we need to pull joints apart or we need to pull previous repairs apart in order to do the best possible job. So having a glue like PVA that doesn't come apart can be a problem later on. Protein-based glues are wonderful for that because they are able to be taken apart later on. With your protein glue, you've got these little strands. They soak up water and they warm up into like a honey-like thickness. You apply them, they dry, they cool down, and it becomes solid. Later on, you can add heat and moisture again, and they'll soften up in a way that allows you to pull those two apart, which is really, really useful for us as repairers. The only downsides really are that you do have to get them from animals. So if you are vegan, then pass on that. Lastly, we have our epoxy glues. They're really a last-ditch effort in many regards in terms of furniture work. They're really solid, they're completely not reversible, they don't break down naturally, and they will yellow and degrade poorly over time. So really, we only use them in a dire situation where we can't use either of these other two glues for some reason, such as there's a gap that can't be held, or it's just a material that doesn't bond as easily. These epoxy glues are always made of two parts, so you've got your resin and then a hardener or a catalyst that you mix together. That hardener will cause it all to go solid in the end. It won't work without the two being appropriately mixed. When that happens, you have to be aware that you are in a well-ventilated room because that can be quite dangerous to breathe in. And those are our basic glues. Those are the things that we use most in the shop. There are more, but realistically, these are what I'm going to go to if I'm ever fixing anything. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that was helpful. Please take the time when you're doing your next project and think about what you need and why you might try using one of these glues instead of what you might normally use.